Today we're going to play with my new little rebel. I'm going to show you how to load the bobbin, show you how to load the thread, and we're going to make a quilt. Let's start with loading the bobbin. Here I have a pre-wound bobbin that came with my machine. So I'm going to take it out. It is like this. It's got a clear case. So I want to hold it so that it looks like a P. So here's the circle of the P, and you've got the stem going down on your left. Then I'm going to take the thread and put it in the bobbin, just like that. And I am going to rotate until I come to this little indentation. And there, I'm going to pull my thread down, and I'm going to pull it down to this indentation, and this is loaded. And when it's loaded correctly and the tension is right, you should be able to pull the thread, but the bobbin will stay in your hand. Now I'm going to take that bobbin, I'm going to trim off the excess thread. I am going to take the bobbin with the open side up. I am not going to pull out this lever. I'm leaving the lever in. Then I'm going to take my bobbin and I'm going to put it in the bobbin case and push. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Alright, here I have a spool of thread that matches my bobbin. That isn't necessary when piecing, but it just so happens that it does. I'm going to place the spool on the thread holder. Then I'm going to take the thread and put it through this loop. Then I'm going to come across, take the thread through the top hole. Yep, I lick it. It worked. So I'm going to run it from back to front through the top hole, and then I'm going to do that again on the hole underneath. So you can see it comes from the back, wraps around the front, goes through the back. I have 2 more holes on this tension disc apparatus. So I'm going to run this through the first hole, place the thread through the tension discs, and hold it and pull so that I know that thread is securely in the tension discs. And I'm going to put my thread through the bottom hole. Then I'm going to come through these tension discs up and around and through this little wire spring. Okay, so now it's coming through this spring right here. All right, then I'm going to go up and under this bar, up and around through one more big hole. The next hole is even more of a challenge. Whoop, got him caught. There we go. Okay, pulling down. Going to come down through here. I'm going to trim this because there's a little piece of fuzz on the end, and the less fuzzy the end of your thread is, the more success you're going to have in getting your machine threaded. You can see that hole that goes right here. It's on the piece that holds the needle in, and then the needle, the front of the needle is to the left of your machine, so it is away from the throat space. And then to thread the needle, I'm going to put this through the hole in the needle. Okay, and did I get it through the needle there? There we go. Okay, see? And because I have the presser foot up, I should be able to just pull. Pull. All right, we have this machine threaded and ready to go. When Mom and I went out of town, we started cutting the fabric for this particular pattern. These are fat quarters from Hobby Lobby. So we have long strips, large squares, medium squares, small squares, and short strips. Now, the pattern says frame each medium square with 2 of the short strips and 2 of the long strips. So these are our medium squares. So I am going to take this square, and I am not going to worry about matching anything. I am just following the directions. And then I should take long strips next. Let's go to the Rebel and start sewing. All right, so I've got my long strips here because I have so much room. I'm going to line up my short strip, line my block up, put my foot down, put my needle down. Here we go. And here is my block. Now I need to put the long sides on. Bring my foot up. Okay. I now have sewn my first block with the Rebel. Now I will start doing some chain piecing and get these blocks put together. Here you can see I have 2 of the 3 types of squares that I need for this pattern done. So we've got this square that has the border around the edge, this square, which is just a square, and then I need to make these into 4 patches. All right, back to my little Rebel. So I haven't found exactly the table that I want to use my Rebel on, but standing up isn't really that bad. So I've got the 1/4 inch mark on my plate, and it goes down to my extension table. I have it as fast as it can go. And let me show you the power. Did you hear that? That is one fast machine. So Mom and I didn't do such a great job of cutting the pieces of fabric that we need for this pattern as we thought we did. But that is okay because we can recover. So I went to one of my fat quarter hideouts and I found this fat quarter. And then I went to a pre-cut drawer and I found some polka dots, some leaves, polka dots, more polka dots, but in colors that work with the fabric that I'm already using. So I'm just going to, let's see, I need 8 squares. I have more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I'm gonna use these and then I'll cut out 3 from this orange piece and then mix them in with the other 2 essentially charm squares that I already have together. It's all gonna work out. It'll be fine. We can recover. to notice while I was cutting out my 5-inch squares, I did my squares with the border around a little differently. So they put the same fabric all the way around their squares. I didn't do that, but we'll see how it turns out. I think it will be fine. I thought maybe they'd offer another option to do that. They don't have it here, but you know, it's an April option. Let's finish these 4 patches. Okay, I have a stack of blocks. Ooh, hold on a second. I think I need the pattern. All right, I was gonna make the comment that this would be a great way to use your scraps. The pattern calls for strips and squares with a certain number of fat quarters. It's 10 fat quarters, but you don't have to do that. You can use scraps, and I kind of incorporated some of my scraps already. So let's see how it turns out, and maybe we'll just consider this half scrap. Okay. All right, last row. Border, solid, border. Border, solid, 4 patch. Let's put a little oil on my little rebel and get this quilt together. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the machine. Okay. Makes it a little harder to see. I'm going to pull the thread out. I've prepared the bottle of oil. All right, so I am supposed to be finding a lint brush. And right here is my lint brush. All right, power off the machine, set the large tensioner to 1. So here is our large tensioner disc. So I'm gonna put that to 1. Lint brush to clear away lint. You know, there's probably not really a lot of lint yet, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna tighten this back up. Then these tension discs, I am not going to loosen them. They seem fine. I'm more concerned with the oil. Place 1 drop of oil on the needle bar and 1 on the presser bar. This is the needle bar and this is the presser bar. So 1 drop of oil on the needle bar and 1 drop of oil on the presser bar. Okay, turn the machine on, run the machine without a bobbin installed for about 10 seconds. Ooh, doesn't that sound better? I'm going to take the first row off the top and bring it over here and sew. Well, what do you think? I think it's just as cute as a button. It's bright and it's cheery, but I also think it needs a border. Let's put some samples of possibilities up here on the wall, and let's see which one might look best. Okay, I have some examples. I've got some greens, some pinks, some orange. Let's just see. I'm not sure any of them are going to work. And also a white. All right, so there's my white. I kind of like that. There is a lot of white in this. I've got this green. That green might be okay. And I've got an orange or a peach. I do kind of like the peach. This is a darker orange. It's not bad, but I'm afraid it might overpower. I'm not going to totally rule it out. It is not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite either. Okay, and here, I didn't think that I was going to like this, but I thought I would bring it over. I don't like it. It's just too much. It's not solid enough. It doesn't read solid at all. So, how about you all decide? I have dark orange, white, and a peach. Hopefully you all can decide between those three. I had a lot of fun sewing on my new little Rebel. I'm going to Ireland in September of next year. I would like to invite you all to come with me. I will put a link in the description below. I can't wait to go and see the beautiful countryside and all the different crafting adventures with the crystal carving and making scones and all the things that we're going to do and learn. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you like my channel, please subscribe. You know, there are a lot of quilters out there who have a lot of rules, and the more quilters that see my videos, the less rules maybe there will be to follow. Let's kind of take the quilting police and send them on the run. We don't need any negativity in our lives. We want positivity. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. And subscribe. Until next time, bye.